everyone, welcome to this Pilates practice. My name's Debbie and I'm going to take you through the practice today. I'm going to stick to a little bit more of advanced Pilates, so we're going to be putting in some more difficult moves here. You will see some options throughout, so just take those options if you feel that you need them. Don't push your body in any way, always keep it to how it feels. If you're new to Pilates, you might want to start with going back to do some of my beginners practices that I've got up there. But if you want to look in and do this one, or just watch it to see what we do, then that's absolutely great. We breathe in through the nose, we breathe out through the mouth. Every breath in, we're pulling in our core. Every breath out, we're holding the core tighter. Keep that core squeezed in. I haven't got them ready yet, but we are going to be using weights today. I do like to use weights in my practices, as you probably know. So get your weights close by, guys. And we'll just put them over there. And we'll get ourselves started. So if you want to come down from your side, then do so. Lay onto your back. We'll do our check-in that we always do. See how our body's feeling today. And then we'll get on with the practice. If you want to come down with me, it's a seated position, feet firmly on the floor, hip width apart, nice and firm. We don't just drop back, we C-curve ourselves down, so we roll our spine, okay? Sitting nice and tall, hands out. Obviously as well, if you get to a point where you can't hold it with your core, you take behind your thighs and you use those for support. Taking your hands out in front, breathing in, pulling that core. And as we breathe out, hold the core tight and roll yourself down, one vertebra at a time, all the way to the floor. As slow as you can, coming down and taking yourself to the floor. Taking your legs long. If you have lower spine issues, you can obviously take your feet mat width apart and lock your knees in together. So we're going to stretch our bodies away. We're going to breathe in, pulling in that core. And as you breathe out, you squeeze the core tighter, you allow the spine to gently push down into the mat beneath you. You push your arms away, you push your legs away, and you squeeze there. If you have your feet on the mat and knees locked in, squeeze your legs tight, squeeze your glutes, and push your arms away. And then release down, okay? Amazing. Let's give our body one more stretch. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Breathing out, hold the core tight, gently push the back down into the mat. And push away with your arms, push away with your legs, point your toes, really push, really flex away, and then release down. Okay, today we're going to take our rest with cactus arms. So we're bending up at the elbows, so the arms are upwards, and our palms are facing upwards, and our feet, our legs are laying sort of wider than hip width now, with the feet dropping outwards. Okay, we're going to just take this rest here. Let's release our neck. So rock your head from side to side, releasing that neck out. Come back to centre, lifting the shoulders and rolling them down your back, allowing them to settle with the arms in your cactus shape. If there's too much, you can take the arms back down, but this is quite a nice one to just start with. Feeling the little stretch across the top of our chest here, which is quite nice. So releasing the feet downwards, allowing them to just drop out. Your lower legs, your knees, your upper legs. Rest both legs. And then have a scan of your legs, how they're feeling today. Take note of areas that are a bit tight, a little tense. Maybe breathe into them at this point. But be conscious of those throughout the practice if they don't settle. Releasing your glutes, your lower spine, your mid spine and your core, your upper spine and your chest. Let the torso be heavy. Scan your torso, from the bottom of the spine to the top. Asking everything to rest down. And then from the lower pelvic area across the belly into the chest, asking that to soften. And now your shoulders. Let the shoulders go.
Release the upper arms, the lower arms and your hands. And finally releasing your neck and your head. Do a scan of your arms, do a scan of your neck and head. Asking everything to be soft. Then relax your facial muscles, the jaw, the eyes, the forehead. Let it rest down. Let the top of the head go. And just sink into the mat and scan the body yourself. Asking everything to soften down that might be a bit tense still. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose here if you wish, or breathing out through the mouth, whatever works for you. Still softening down. Then taking the arms out to a T shape, lifting them up so that they're now, your hands are facing the ceiling. Clasp your fingertips together. Reverse the hands so that the palms of the hands are now facing the ceiling with the fingers interlocked. Breathing in through the nose, pull the core, and as you breathe out through the mouth, push the arms upwards. Keep the core pulled in as you push away. Every breath in, you squeeze the core tighter. Every breath out, you squeeze them tighter. The arms pushing away and then releasing down. Don't let the core go. Breathe in, pull the core tighter. And as you breathe out, squeeze that core, pushing the arms upwards. Lifting the shoulders off the floor, the head remains where it is. And then releasing down. Give the wrists a little shake, a little twist, and a little work. And then working the arms down to the ground, to the floor. Bringing feet up so that they are mat width apart with your knees locked in. Taking a big deep breath into the belly. Breathing out through the mouth, hold the core tight, part the knees. Breathing in through the nose, hold that core, breathe out through the mouth. Drop the legs to the right. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Breathing out as you drop the legs over to the right. Breathing into the core. Breathing out, drop the legs to the left. Continue that. You can take your arms out to T shape. You can take them back up to cactus. Use your breath as you wind wipe the legs from one side to the other. Coming back to centre, take both feet hip width apart. Breathe in, pulling that core. And as you breathe out, hold the core tight and lift the legs up. Using your core, lift the legs up. If you find that it's pulling in your back, take behind the backs of your thighs. Bring the legs in towards you. Breathing in, pull the core, release the legs a little. Breathing out, pull the legs in. Holding the core tight. Excellent. Let's just take happy baby pose. So we're going to take either the outside of your feet, the inside of your feet. You can take the calves, you can take the ankles, whatever is good for you. Just taking a little stretch here before we start moving, and we just take where we can and take our knees down towards our armpits. Okay, you're going to feel a stretch down the lower spine. Try and keep the spine on the mat if you can, rather than sort of rolling upwards. We're trying to keep the spine down and just holding it there, feeling the stretch. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, holding the core. And bringing the legs down to the ground. Okay, let's take our right leg up. What we're going to do is we're going to circle the right leg, but as we circle it, we're just going to slowly take it down to the ground. not going to touch the ground, and then we're going to reverse the curl as we bring the leg back up all the way to the top. Keeping that core pulled in with every breath you take, lowering the leg down to the ground as you circle, circling upwards in the opposite direction, bringing the leg all the way to the top. Pointing the toe, circling down, and circling up. And then bring that leg down. Let's take that onto the left leg, bringing the left leg up, pointing the toes, keeping the core pulled in. Circle the leg as you lower it all the way down to the ground, using your core to hold your legs. When you reach the bottom area, you start to circle the leg in the opposite direction, bringing it back up to the top. Let's take it back down, circling the opposite way. Keep the core pulled in with every breath, circling down to the bottom. Bringing the leg back up as you circle back up all the way to the top, keeping the core pulled in. Going to do that one more time, circling down. And then circling up. Okay, bringing the leg down. Now you can stick with that option, or we can do it so that we're in tabletop position. We bring the right leg up. We're going to have we've got no support now from our left leg if we've got it into tabletop. And we're going to do those circles again. You're going to find that works the core. So keep pulling that core, circling down and then circling up in the opposite direction, holding your core tight. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Bringing it in through the nose, all the way to the top, and then breathing out through the mouth, holding that core tight as you lower the leg down. Breathing in, bringing it all the way to the top, and allowing that to go into tabletop. Taking the left leg up, let's do that on the left side, breathing in. And as you breathe out, you lower the leg down, circling it as you do, holding your core tight, and then circling back up. Breathing out as you lower down, holding the core, breathing in as you bring the leg back up. Holding it there, we've got one more to go down. Hold that core tight, breathing out as you lower down. Breathing in through the nose as you bring it back up. Holding it there, bring it into tabletop. Now we're going to try and do it with both legs. Okay, circling both legs down and circling both legs up. Okay, if that's too much for you, then just stick to either tabletop or bringing the leg back down to the ground. We're not doing many, we're only doing 3 down, 3 up. So breathing in, pull that core tight, and as you breathe out, circle those legs, bringing them down to the ground slowly. And then circle the opposite direction, bringing them back up to the top. You're going to feel it in your core, hold that core, let's go down again. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose as you start to circle back up. And then breathing out through the mouth as you lower back down. Hold that core tight. Breathing in through the nose as you come all the way back up to the top. Holding it there, bring the legs down. Breathe in through the nose, pulling the core. And as you breathe out through the mouth, hug those legs in. Release the spine, release the core. Relax into it. That's a bit of a restful bit there. Okay, so we're going to bring ourselves round now onto all fours. And we're going to take puppy pose. Actually, no, that's a lie.
I forgot, we've got our sit-ups to do first, guys. Sorry. Bring yourself back onto your backs and get your weights. Lied to you. Got to do more core work. Don't hate me. I'm just going to put my hair back there. Okay, amazing. So grab your hand weights. Let's do our sit-ups. You know we like our sit-ups. We want working our core. So taking our hand weights. As you know, you can take it with your feet so they are flat on the mat here, and you can do your sit-ups here. No throwing yourself up. Bring yourself up slowly. Or you can come with me with your legs long, your classic sit-up, and do it here. We're going to do 8 reps, have a rest, another 8 reps, rest, another 8 reps, rest. So we're going to do 3 lots of 8, okay? So breathing in, pulling in that core, and as you breathe out, let's sit ourselves up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one coming up, coming down, taking the weights away, breathing in, pulling in that core, and as you breathe out, bring the legs towards you, hold the core tight, release down, breathing in, pulling your core, and as you breathe out, pull the core tight, squeeze the legs in, and then release the core, and relax. Excellent. Legs back down, let's take our next 8, here we go, ready. We've got 8, pull that core in, breathing out as you come up, breathing in, pulling in the core, breathing out through the mouth as you sit up, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, that's 5, that's 4, that's 3, keep that core pulled tight, don't flow yourself up, roll yourself up slowly, 2, and the heels staying on the mat, last one coming up, bring yourself down, put your weights to one side, breathing in, pulling in that core, and as you breathe out, hold the core tight, bring the legs towards you, release out, breathing in, pulling in the core, as you breathe out, hold the core tight, squeeze the legs in, and then release the core and relax. Okay, last 8 coming up, taking your legs where you're happy with, ready, breathing in, pulling in that core, and as you breathe out through the mouth, you lift up yourself slowly, 8, 7, 6, hold that core, 5, 4, 3, and if you don't have weights, which I can see a couple of you haven't there, make sure you squeeze in those fists tight. Hold the fists, clench the fists, don't let them go, work the arms. We've got one more to go. This is our last rep, last one. Up we come, bring yourself back down to the floor, take your weights away from you, bringing the legs up, breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, lift the legs towards you, hold the core tight, release out, breathing in, pulling in the core, breathing out, hold the core, squeeze in, and then relax there, holding it. Excellent, guys. Now we're coming over to all fours. So bringing yourself over onto all fours, we're going to stretch our spine just a little bit. So let's just do our little cat roll that we know. So we're rolling through our spine, pushing ourselves up, and then rolling back, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out as you lift up. Roll that spine, breathing in, pushing up, push away, breathing out, and then come back to all fours. Now we're going to do something called puppy pose. Okay, so puppy pose is quite a nice stretch down the back, across the arms and the shoulders, across your neck. So we keep our bum where it is and we take our arms out. Don't let the bum drop backwards. We're keeping the bum in the air and we're bringing our arms forward. Our head will rest onto the mat and we're going to stretch away. So bum is in the air. No dropping backwards. Bring the bum up. That's it. And stretch away there. You're going to feel it across your shoulders and you're going to feel a nice length down your spine. Pushing into the hands and then bringing yourself back up. There was a few of you there that were sort of doing this. That's not the idea. We're not pushing backwards. We're keeping our bum up here as if we're still in our tabletop position, but we're bringing our arms down, keeping our bum in the air. Well done. Thank you. Good, good. Really good. Really good, guys. Stretching away. And then bring yourself back up to the top. So from here we're going to take a little sort of back stretch. So we've worked our spine one way, we're going to work it the other. So we're going to sort of bring ourselves back. So nice and straight here, keeping that core pulled in. Just gently roll yourself back and then bring yourself back forward. Hold the core, breathing in, breathing out. Keep the core tight. Nice. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. This time, see if you can take your hands back and maybe take hold of your heels and push into fingertips onto your heels and arch the back here. Looking up to the ceiling, you can take your head there, but it's better to keep your neck in line with the spine. And then if you want to take it a little bit further down, you can. And this, by taking it further down, you start to get the stretch down the front of the thighs, the quads working here, and then bringing yourself back up to top. Amazing. Well done, guys. Okay, so we're going to come up, we're going to bring ourselves up now. So this time we are going into downward dog. So we've got our hands nice and firmly in the mat. Curl your toes underneath you, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out through the mouth, push into your hands, push your legs up and bring yourself into that downward dog. Keeping your feet on the floor if you can. Don't worry if the heels are up. That's not an issue. And then you just push yourself towards, feel the stretch down your spine, pushing your chest towards your thighs. Breathing in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth as you push forward. Then walking your fingertips towards your toes. Just going to hang here for the moment, so just allow yourself to hang down. Bend your knees if you wish to bring your chest close to your knees and allow the head to come down. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Then release yourself into a hang. Breathing in, pulling in that core. And as we breathe out, our hands to the front of our legs, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core as you come up. Don't forget, every breath in, pull in the core, every breath out, you hold the core tighter. You come up one vertebrae, your shoulders go back and down, your neck lifts, and then finally your head. So each vertebrae opens, so we've got the lower, the mid, and the upper. As we go down, it's the upper, the mid, and the lower. Shoulders back and down, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, drop your chin to your chest. Keep the core tight, the neck comes down, the shoulders come forward, and they start to roll down. Your upper spine, your mid spine, and your lower spine. Coming down to your point of comfort. If you're advanced, you should be coming down a little bit further than here. You should be coming down a little bit further now if you've been doing these practices for a while, so you should be at least sort of here. Okay, don't worry if you haven't got your hands fully on the floor. And then hold your point of comfort there. Don't ever lock the knees out fully, always keep a little bend in them. You'll notice that I always have a slight bend in my knees. Breathing in through the nose, and as you breathe out through the mouth, take the hands to the front of your legs and you squeeze everything tight, the glutes, the core is squeezed, your lower spine, your mid spine, your upper spine comes up, shoulders back and down, the neck, and finally your head lift. Okay, roll those shoulders. Breathing in, pulling in the core, and as we breathe out, this is our last one. As we come down, chin to chest, neck comes down, shoulders forward, hands to the front of the legs, squeezing everything tight, squeeze those glutes, squeeze that core, coming down all the way to the floor. Allow yourself to hang here for a moment. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, you bring yourself all the way back up to standing. One vertebrae, slowly, 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 all the way to the top, shoulders, neck and head. Okay, we're going to do chair. We're going to do chair, and we're going to put in a little spinal twist in our chair. So we're going to do the chair first. So got our legs, our feet are hip width apart. We've got a nice standing tall back. We're going to go as if we're sitting down on a chair. So as if you're going to sit yourself on a chair, imagine your chair's here, sitting yourself down. You can take your hands to your hips, or you can take your hands overhead. Okay, so we're going to do a few of those. We'll do a few, hold them, and then we'll come back up. Getting yourself comfortable, breathe in, pulling in that core. As you breathe out through the mouth, you take yourself down into your seated position. We're going to hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself back up. Excellent. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Breathing out, take yourself down to seated. Holding it here for 8. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring yourself all the way back up. Breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, bring ourselves down. Chair position, holding it there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bringing yourself all the way back up. Okay, this time when we're going to go down, we're going to do our open. So breathing in, pulling in the core, calm down to our chair. And here we take our left arm across our right leg, and we take our right arm up into the air and opening it out here. Hold the open for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself back and bring yourself up. Let's take that on the other side. Breathing in, pulling in your core. As you breathe out, let's go down to chair. Holding it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding it there, I'm just going to turn around. So we're holding it there. We're now taking our right arm, right arm across our left leg. And we're opening up with our left arm. Holding it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Bring yourself up, guys. Okay, so we're going to take a stretch. I seem to get closer. This thing moves about, this mat. It certainly walks when I'm doing it, and I get closer and closer to the candle. So now we're going to take our forward bend, but we're going to take a stretch with it. So we're going to take, I think, which is the best way for you to see, taking our legs as wide as you can onto the mat and bringing yourself down into a flat back position. So we all know what our flat back position is, this, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our body across to our right leg. Slightly turn the right toes so they are outwards. So we've now got our right toes outwards. We're sitting flat back. Our right toes are outwards. We bring ourselves over. We lower ourselves down. Take our arms behind us and we clench our fingers together and we drop down and we open out here. Holding it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your hands down by the side of your right foot, breathing in. As you breathe out, lower yourself down a little bit more. Feel the stretch along the back of your leg, and then bringing yourself up to standing. Okay, let's take that on the other side. So bring yourself down to flat back position. Got your flat back. You take your left foot out this time. So we've got the toes away from the left foot. We're bringing ourselves over. We're lowering ourselves down over our left leg. Taking our hands behind us, clasping the hands together and lifting them up and bringing them so as if we're going to try and bring them over our head. And we hold that here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking the hands down by the side of your legs, breathing in, and as you breathe out, you allow yourself to drop a little bit further over that leg. Pushing yourself up, don't come up all the way this time, bring your hands to centre, bring the feet so that they are facing forward, and we're going to drop ourselves down. So you might be able to come down onto your forearms here. You might want to take your legs a little bit wider, bringing yourself down, and then just rock yourself gently back and forwards. If you're up here and you're on your arms, you can move yourself back and forward there. And then when you get to your point of comfort, hold it there. We're going to hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking your hands down, coming back. Take your hands there, allow yourself to just drop. Relax into this. Allow the neck to drop down. You want to shake it no, and maybe nod it yes, to just release that neck. Release your core. Bend into the knees, pulling in that core, breathing in through the nose, and as you breathe out through the mouth, holding the core, you come back up to centre. Amazing, guys. Okay, so we're doing pretty good here. What was I going to do? I was going to do some arm work this time. So we've got our hand weights, so get your hand weights. Our nice working of our arms, top arms and across our backs here. So keeping our feet so that they are wider than hip width. Got the nice flex in the knee, little bend in the knee, not too much. Taking the arms out in front of you, let's open the arms. Opposite arm, one up, one down. And don't forget, if you don't have hand weights, you're squeezing those fists really tight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the hands out into centre. Let's take them out. 8, and back together. 7, 6, 5. Keeping them the shoulder height, don't drop them down. And 1. Bringing them out, shoulder height. Let's circle forward for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep that core pulled in. 2 and 1. Reverse that circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Back to centre, circle forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Let's circle backwards for 8. Keep that core pulled in. 7. Don't hold your breath. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending up at the elbows and bringing them in and out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking that, let's go up. 8, 7, keeping the elbows at shoulder height. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the hands down. Excellent. Okay, we're going to do some kickbacks. So we're going to come down, put our knees bent, we're bringing our back down, so we've got a flat back here. We have our arms in together and we're doing kickbacks. Both arms together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding it here, we're going down, up and back. 7, keep that core pulled in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing, fabulous guys. Let's drop those down to one side. We're going to come down into a lunge position. So we're going to take our roll down to the back of your mat, shoulders back and down, breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, chin to chest, down it goes, holding that core tight, the neck comes down, the shoulders come down, the hands forward, the upper, the mid and the lower spine will come down. If you need to bend your knees now fully to come down to reach the mat, then do so. Bring yourself forward and we're going to go into our lunge here. So we're going to bring our right leg forward. We're going to lunge down here. Okay, so you just come this way so that you might, I think you'll probably be able to see me better this way. You're lunging forward. You're taking your hands to the inside, okay, of your leg. You might want to come down onto your forearms here and hold it here. So get to where you are. If that's here, then that's okay. All right, I'm not expecting everybody to be able to come down onto their elbows. I can see a few of you are though, that's really good. So we're going to hold it here. We're going to hold it for 8, 7, try and hold the core as well if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you're going to roll onto the side of your right foot. So we're rolling across onto the side of the right foot. We're just gently going to push away with our hand on our right leg. Just gently pushing it away, holding it there. 8, 7, keep that core pulled in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to centre, bringing that leg back round. Let's bring our left leg forward. Again, get your lunge position. Bringing yourself down to where's good for you. That, as I said, that could be here. Not everybody is going to be able to come down. You're going to feel this definitely on the inside here of those thighs. And bringing yourself down and holding it there. Getting yourself comfortable. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing yourself up gently, keeping down on your forearm, whatever's good for you. Turning your foot, your left foot onto the side, and then gently push it away with your knee for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Bringing yourself up. Okay. Okay, so we're going to continue with our lunge. So we've got our lunge, we've got our left leg forward and our right leg back. We're going to take our hands so that we've got our right arm in front of our left. So we've got our left arm on our left leg, and our right arm, I don't know if you can see me here, we've got that, we're sort of pushing into the left leg with the arm, and then we're going to open up with our right arm to the top and our left arm can come down to the floor, and we hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, take that on the other side. So you might want to come with me as we spin round. So we've got our right leg out. We're bringing our left arm in and pushing away into our right leg. No, our right arm into our right leg. God, I will get this right. And then we're taking our hand down. We're taking our left arm up and our right arm down. And we're opening up here and holding it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Bring that leg back. Let's take ourselves round for a seated butterfly. So bringing ourselves round, taking our butterfly, so that's our legs together. We take our feet together here and we butterfly our legs, pulling in the core, hold the core as you just butterfly your legs up and down. Just working the inner thigh at the moment here, working around your hip area and just releasing them down. And then when you can, just sit still, pushing out. And then you're going to try and open the feet, so opening the feet with the hands, pushing the knee elbows into your knees as you do so, opening here. Again, this is a bit more of a hip opening. And then dropping your head down. If you want, you don't have to, you can keep the head up. But if you want to drop your head down. So it's sort of like having a little bit of bending forward. Excellent. Take those legs out, give those legs a shake. Come round onto all fours. Let's lift up our right leg and bring it in towards us for a stretch here. Feel that stretch, holding that. Keep the core pulled in. Feel the stretch down the front of the thigh. And then release that down. Let's do that on the other side. Getting yourself comfortable, bringing up your left leg, squeezing your left leg in. Pulling in that core, don't let the core go. Feel the stretch here. And then bringing that down. Taking the legs out in front of you. We're going to come for a full body forward. So breathing in, keep that core tight. We're taking our chest towards our knees. And we're coming down, body stretching over our legs. Breathing in through the nose as you release, breathing out through the mouth as you come down. We're not holding the core here. We're stretching forward. Bringing yourself up to seated. Let's bring ourselves down to the mat. So getting yourself nicely foot straight on the mat. Taking the arms out in front of you. Breathing in, breathing out through the mouth. Holding that core tight as you C-curve down. Don't forget you have your thighs there if you need to take hold of them to bring yourself down. Just slowly to the mat, don't drop. And one vertebrae all the way down. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to bring in our right leg, breathing in, breathing out, hold the core tight, squeeze that right leg in towards you. Release that down. Keep the core tight, breathing in, pull the core tighter, and as you breathe out, holding that core, you squeeze the left leg towards you, holding it tight, releasing it down. Both legs together now, breathing in, pulling in that core, breathing out, both legs up, holding the core, squeezing it towards you. Release out, pulling the core, breathing out, hold the core tight, squeeze those legs in, and then release the core. Relax. Just relax there. Just start to release the legs back, but relaxing. Taking the hands away, the legs still there, relaxing. Then taking your hands onto your knees and start to circle them one way. And then circling them the other way. Excellent, taking the legs down. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our legs long. You can still have them here if you wish, like mat width apart, knees locked in. We're going to tense our body. So we've done a real nice workout. Our heart rate should be slowing right back down now. So we've done a few stretching. And we're going to tense our whole body. So from the tips of our toes, through our fingers, through our face, squeeze our face. No one can see you, well apart from me, I can see you all if I look. And then you're going to squeeze everything together, squeeze, and you're going to tense everything up, squeeze, 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 and then you're going to release it with a big out breath. So let's start. So start squeezing in, squeeze everything tight, squeeze, squeeze, pull in that core, squeeze everything as tight as you can, everything, your glutes, your legs, squeeze, 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 big breath, and then release. Do that again, big breath in and squeeze everything. Squeeze everything as tight as you can, and then release. Amazing. Bringing the legs up so they're mat width and just rocking the legs back and forwards, window wiping them out. Next time you come over to the left, stay on to the left. You might want to take the top leg, hold the top leg. Shoulders are remaining on the mat. You've got your arm out into either a T shape or cactus arm, and you're just going to stretch that top leg away. Relaxing into this. And then releasing down, breathing in, pulling in your core. Same time the legs are coming to center, breathing out. Keep the core tight. Breathing in, pull the core tighter, and as you breathe out, drop the legs over to the left. When you get there, you might want to take hold of your top leg, holding around the ankle, stretching it away. Shoulders are both on the floor, arms either cactus or out into T shape, and holding the leg there, relaxing into that, relax into the stretch, let the core go, let everything go. Nice, guys. And then releasing that, breathing in, pulling in your core. At the same time, bring the legs to center, reach to center, breathing out. Let the core go. Take your legs either long or mat width apart, ready for final relaxation. Amazing, guys, you've done fab. Let's take a big breath in through the nose and release it through the mouth. Big breath in through the nose. Let it go through the mouth, let it go. Excellent. Okay, letting those feet drop out, all 10 toes relaxed. Tops of your feet, the soles of your feet, your heels, your ankles, the lower legs, the knees and the upper legs. Really concentrate and ask those legs to relax down and be still. Closing your eyes down if you can. The legs are relaxed. Now your core, so the lower core, the pelvis, the glutes, your lower spine, your mid-spine and your belly, your upper spine and your chest. Let the torso rest. Let it sink into the mat. Let it go, let it be soft. All 10 fingers, the backs of the hands, the palms of the hands. Your wrists, your lower arms, your elbows and your upper arms. Both arms, let them go.
Release them down, let them be soft. Release those shoulders. Release your neck. And finally, let your head rest down. The head feels so heavy. Let it soften into the mat beneath you. Release your facial muscles, your jaw, maybe parting your lips, taking the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Release your cheekbones, your nose, your nostrils, your eyes, your eyelids, your eyebrows and your forehead. And then finally let everything release and go through the top of your head so that your body is fully relaxed and immersed into the mat beneath you. Just the rise and fall of the breath in your belly. Nothing else is moving. Take your concentration to that breath and keep it there. And then we're going to just try and realign our chakras. So we're going to start by circling little mini circles clockwise around the navel. So visualize it's very slow movement round and round your navel area in a clockwise position. That circle gets bigger and it brings in your core and then stretches up into your chest and then into your lower pelvic area and your shoulders. The whole torso circling in a clockwise motion. Bring the tops of the legs in and then into the arms, so the arms are now incorporated and the tops of the legs are circling. Everything's circling in a clockwise direction. Bring in the lower legs and the neck. And then finally the soles of the feet and the top of your head. So your whole body is circling in a clockwise motion. Now take your concentration to your third eye and be still. Focus on that third eye. And then allow the whole body to relax again, naturally, into the mat beneath you. Any thoughts that come into your mind, just acknowledge them, let them go. Let your body rest. Be thankful for the practice that it's just done. Start to bring some movement back to your body, wriggling your fingers and your toes. Bring some movement into the top body, into the lower body, bringing the feet up so they're flat on the mat beneath you. Maybe window wipe your legs again. You might want to circle your wrists, whatever you want to do to waken your body up and bring you back now to the here and now. When you're ready, push into your feet and shift your hips over to the right hand side. And then lower yourself over onto your left, making a pillow with your arm for your head. Breathing in through the nose, filling the lungs, breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, feel those lungs in the back of your body. And breathing out through the mouth. With the eyes still closed down, push yourself up onto all fours. You're in all four position, you're looking down at the mat. Just gently blink your eyes open. We're going to come up to standing, but we're going to do it slowly. We don't want any head rushes. So curling your toes under beneath you, behind you. Bring your fingertips towards your knees and push your knees off of the floor. Take your fingertips closer, pushing into the mat until your feet are flat. And then lift yourself so that you're hanging like a rag doll. Hang there. Breathing in, pulling your core. And as you breathe out, let's do our Pilates roll up. Hands to the front of the legs, squeezing the glutes, squeezing that core, squeeze everything as you come up. Lower, mid, upper spine, shoulders, neck and head. Now we're standing nice and slowly. Just give yourself a little shake out, shake the legs, shake the arms. Take a big deep breath in and breathe out. Shake those arms again. Bring your feet together, take a big deep breath in, palms together. Take your hands down to your heart center. Give yourselves a bow and give yourselves a clap. Amazing, guys. Well done. Thank you for joining me.